Unmute. I did. Hey everybody, happy Saturday evening live tutorial stream. How is everybody doing wherever you are out on the internet this evening? I hope everyone had a fantastic Saturday. We had actually a decently busy Saturday here at the Beading Dreams, about which I was a little bit surprised because there was a fairly significant college football game going on today in Dallas. Texas did lose to the Sooners, so boo Boomer, but they did win. So yeah, I was not expecting a busy day, and yet we had a busy day, so yay for busy days at the Beading Dreams. Hi Pam, welcome to the Beading Dreams stream. All 10 of you. So what are we doing tonight? We are doing this. This is going to be our ladder bracelet. So this is a pretty, as far as just general construction techniques go, this is a pretty elementary wire wrapping and chain tutorial. So let's talk about tools and supplies for this evening's tutorial. So we are going to need some wire. I'm using 24 gauge sterling silver wire for our tutorial. Oh dear. Oh, poor lumberjacks. They're lumberjacks and they're not okay. Unfortunate. So anyway, yeah, so 24 gauge sterling silver wire, or wire of your choice. It doesn't have to be sterling, but any 24 gauge wire will do. You're gonna need chain. No, you don't need a whole spool of it. You need about probably about 14 inches in the grand scheme of things. I'm sorry, it's Saturday.
I know.
I mean, I have all of the end of the week ennui going on. So if anyone has a problem with my ennui, then we can have a discussion about it. Heather is adding apparently emphasis to my ennui, and we can make some malaise.
Who said that?
Was that an actual question?
Yes.
Carrie Brown.
Oh, she's on the other side.
No, she's not on the stream at all.
Oh.
I'm being slightly unkind and poking fun at her because remember when she wanted to take class in Malaise?
Yes.
Yes, and Andrea joked fairly on point asked if she wanted some ennui with her Malaise. Anyway. I mean, every once in a while. Focus is a thing. So, anyway.
Is it though?
Well, I've heard. Okay, so chain, 24 gauge wire, you're going to need a clasp. This particular project does function best. I lost 2 viewers because they were like, nope, lady, you are obviously not on point tonight. Sorry, 2 viewers. Anyway, this is going to work better with a clasp that has multiple openings so that you can keep that sort of ladder. Hi, Sophia. Keep that sort of ladder look going. So this is actually one of my favorite clasps. This is from our Fabulous Findings trunk show, which is going to be starting at Beading Dreams in a couple of weeks. I love this clasp because it can be 1, 2, 3, or 5. So we're going to use 2 for tonight. So we're going to use this one and that one. And then you're going to, of course, need beads. I got some random assorted 6mm beads that I'm going to use tonight, and you are also going to need jump rings. I've got some 4mm 20 gauge jump rings, and you're going to need 4 of them. That's 1 more. I swear there were 4. I think one's on the floor. So you're going to need 4 of those.
Do you need me to go get one?
Nope. I got extras because I am learning slowly.
Woo!
As far as tools go, you're going to need your basic wire working tools. That's going to be your chain nose pliers. Those are the flat ones. Round nose pliers and your wire cutters. How is life in northern Wisconsin, Sophia? Inquiring minds want to know, how's the job? How's everything? How's the weather? We probably don't actually want to know how the weather is, but I'm asking anyway. Alright, so. Right? Seriously. That's because your days are, right now, are all flags all of the time.
It's true.
Okay,
Yes.
so you can do as many or as few beads on this as you want, and the key here is just, if you want to do fewer beads, space them out more. If you want to do more beads, space them. Ooh! Well, yay, Sophia! That's awesome. If you want to do more beads, space them closer together. Fewer beads, space them farther apart. So we're going to start with, let's see, it's 6:30, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. All right. So we're going to go for 11 beads. So that means, or 11 stations, that means we need 22 beads total, because each station requires 1 bead in between the chains and 1 bead underneath the chains. So I'm going to start with my 11 beads that are going to go underneath the chains, and I'm going to, of course you are, because that's what crafty people do when they have jobs, is they make beaded stuff for their job things.
Mm-hmm. That's what I hear.
3.
I actually have to wear jewelry to my job. That is
Mm-hmm.
part of
It's
my
true.
job description.
6. Wow, I'm just like throwing beads everywhere. 7.
Little beads everywhere.
8. Yeah, seriously. 9, 10, 11. Okay, so these are going to be all of my little dangling beads, and then we'll do the in-between beads. So, I didn't yawn, that was Heather.
It probably was.
Everyone here is good, Sophia. We're tired. Well, okay, everyone on this side of the stream is good, but tired. Everyone in the chat can, of course, answer for themselves. Also, I am definitely previewing our cocktail for tonight. This is the Lucien Goldin, which is a gin-based cocktail. Gin, Campari, dry vermouth, and triple sec. Very, very tasty and also very pretty. So that's going to be fun later for sips, shopping, and shenanigans.
I am especially glad that I found that and was like, hey, we have all those things.
Right?
Yep.
Hooray for using all of the things that are in the bar already. So I'm going to take my 24 gauge wire and I'm just going to cut myself a piece off of which to work. It's about, I'm going to start with about a foot. I'm definitely going to have to cut more. You're probably going to need about 2 to 3 feet of 24 gauge wire to complete the project. We're going to start with a foot. Wow. Okay, maybe I should have had some Diet Coke instead of the Lucien Godin at the moment.
I can help. There are 2 over here, which means you need to bring in caffeine on Monday.
Yes, I should probably have one, otherwise I'm not going to make it through this stream, and then the stream after that.
This warp, it's just got one more thread.
Goodness, Heather, come on.
I know, but look, lady.
Well, I can open a Diet Coke for
Okay.
you all.
You can just hand it to me. I can do the rest. Oh, I love that look, lady. And that was it. Like that was the end of the. I think so, Sophia. I think that's the way that works. Also, please note, because I am a cheap ass, this is not Diet Coke. This is Diet Cola Soda. Yes, it is generic brand.
That's okay.
Hey, we were supposed to have an Amy tonight.
We were. Sometimes she comes right before the stream or during the stream, or she might have had a drive, or she might be taking a nap. I haven't actually heard from her today. I've had enough caffeine.
Obviously, Heather's brain is like expanding for all the possibilities And mine is just like sleep. Sleep now, sleep always. But no, I'm not going to sleep because I have a tutorial to teach, brain. Haha, I have a mission. I'm not going to fail. So, the first thing that we're going to do for this bracelet is we're going to make all of the little dangling bits. So, you could absolutely use head pins for this, but this is one of those fun hacks for if you need a head pin and you A, don't want to pay for pre-manufactured head pins, or B, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, you don't have any head pins and yet you need to make a project. This is how you make a head pin out of wire. So I'm going to take my 24 gauge wire and I'm going to grab my round nose pliers. The round nose are the ones with the rounded jaws that come to a nice point. That is true. Yes, the so funny story. Yes, we were about to get started with the tutorial, but then Heather distracted me with the fact that so there is a healthy juice bar across the street from us here on Lovers Lane in Dallas, and so they apparently in a marketing effort sent one of their employees around with free samples today, which is great for those of the population who like healthy things like green juices and quinoa salads and overnight oats with chia and dragon fruit jam. You may be able to tell by my tone of voice that this is not necessarily my favorite type of food.
And dragon fruit jam are not. She might eat the dragon fruit jam.
Okay, but chia dragon fruit jam. See, once you put the chia in it, that's a bit.
Chia.
Yeah, like there is one thing that chia should be used for, in my opinion, and that is for growing, like, you know, crazy hairs on random terracotta items. And that, in my opinion, is the only thing that you should use chia for. So the upshot of this, and Carol is much of my same opinion as far as things like that go. So the upshot of this is all of the samples went to Carol, May, and Heather. The people who will eat more vaguely healthy items. So yeah, Heather got 2 of the juices, the green juice and the refresher juice or rehydrator juice, plus the quinoa vegan salad, plus the overnight oats with the chia and dragon fruit jam, and then Carol May got one of the rehydrator juices, and then the mushroom and quinoa burrito, I believe. And Carol and I politely passed on everything.
They said, you all can have that too.
We shared with our coworkers, aren't we generous? Yeah. So anyway, going on with the actual tutorial. But maybe that's why Heather's more energetic than me, is because she had all of the healthy stuff and I did not. I had pizza.
I also had pizza.
Which was delicious.
Oh, it sure was. Okay,
so if you're going to hack a head pin, you're going to start with a piece of wire. Now, it doesn't have to be 24 gauge. It can be whatever gauge you happen to have. I love how many O's are in that. I don't know that I'm that many O's of polite. So, like, that's a past that's not even a Midwestern amount of polite. That's like a Canadian amount of polite that you have going on there. And I mean, I'm only from southeastern Wisconsin, so I'm not Canadian polite. I'm just Midwestern polite. So it doesn't have to be 24 gauge wire. It can be whatever gauge of wire you happen to have around. That's going to fit whatever beads you're going to use. So you're going to start with your round nose pliers at the end of your wire, and you're just going to grab with the very ends of your pliers, and you're going to turn a little J. Okay, so I just turned a little hook. Now I'm going to take my chain nose pliers. So I feel like you need like a solid bleach job to be a true Valley girl. Just saying.
Probably less beard too.
Well, yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with your beard, but it does
It doesn't say Valley Girl.
Doesn't say Valley Girl.
So then I'm going to take my chain nose pliers and I'm just going to compress that little hook until I get, and I'm sorry, I really don't know what this random fuzzy stuff on my pliers is. But there you go. So now that is going to function as my head pin. So when I drop my bead on there, my bead then will not fall off the end. And then I can make a loop on the top. So you could, if you wanted, do basic wire wrap loops on this, but I'm gonna just do simple loops. So benefits of simple loops is obviously they take less time than wire wrap loops. The detriment of simple loops is they're not as secure as wire wrap loops. So if you think that whomever you are making this bracelet for is going to be hard on it, they're going to abuse it, then wire wrap loops would be a better choice. But since we do a lot of wire wrapping on the Beading Dreams stream, I wanted to do some simple loop, a simple loop tutorial just for the sake of edumacation. So to do a simple loop being a loop that is not wrapped around like a basic wire wrap loop is, I'm going to take my wire, I'm going to bend it against the hole in my bead. So I have my wire at a 90-degree or so angle to the hole in my bead. I'm going to cut my wire off. And I want to cut off about 3/8 of an inch. And for me, that's about the distance if I press this bead into the pad of my index finger and then line up my cutters on the other side. It's about that distance. Now I'm going to take my round nose pliers and I'm going to grab at the end of my wire like so. You want to make sure you grab flush so there's no wire that's sticking out the other side, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate my wire up and over like so. When you can't move your pliers anymore, just rotate them back, and you're just going to keep doing that until you have a completely closed loop like so. If it's not all the way closed like this one is not, just very, very gently catch it with your chain nose pliers and squeeze it closed like so. So I'm going to go ahead and do 11 of these. Now, here's a trick. If you have a lot of these to do, start with one little J hook. So J hook, bless you, bless you. Goodness,
Sorry.
bless you.
Thank you.
Heather's dying of sneeziness. Also, hi, lots of people. Welcome to the Beading Dreams stream. How's everybody doing this evening? There are all of a sudden a lot of you. A lot more of you than there were a minute ago. So welcome to the Beading Dreams Saturday evening tutorial stream. We are doing, did we get rated or did we just,
No.
no? Okay. Hey people, nice to see you all. This is our project for today. It's going to be our ladder bracelet, and we are slowly but surely working on forming that ladder bracelet. So we just did one of our dangles, and I'm going to show you a little trick for if you got to make a lot of dangles to make it a little more efficient. So I started with one of those little J hooks on my wire, and then I'm going to take my chain nose and I'm going to compress that little J hook down like so. Okay, so that's essentially the end of one of my head pins. Now I'm going to string all of my beads on. Okay, so I was doing 11 of these little bead dangles I did once. That means I've got 10 beads remaining. So I'm going to go ahead and string 10 beads onto my wire. So peoples of the internet, how was your Saturday? Did you have a good day? Did you have a bad day? Did you have a mediocre day? I'm curious to know.
Are you a good witch or a bad witch?
Well, okay, that's also another question. That's a little bit more personal, so you don't have to answer that if you don't want to.
You should at least know the answers to that for yourself.
Well, yes, but we don't need the answers to that. Okay, so I've got all 10 of my beads strung on there. Now, I'm going to flip the script, and we're going to go to this end, and I'm going to make another little end on the other end of my wire. So I already had made one of my little head pin ends on this end of the wire so that I could string my beads on and they wouldn't fall off. So I'm going to go now to the other end of my wire, and I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to make a little J hook, like so, and compress it flat. With my chain nose. Then I'm going to bring down one bead so that it's resting against that little loop, and bend 90 degrees. Hey Kim Vulture, watching TV, oh, quarantined, oh, that sucks. Did you watch anything good on TV? Was it like, did you binge Netflix or Disney Plus, or were you like, you know, all up in the like Judge Judy and you know, Ellen DeGeneres talk show world? Like, no judgment on any of those, just curious as to what your quarantine TV day included. All right, so I'm gonna cut that off, and I'm gonna set that aside. So here's the key, in my opinion, to working efficiently is working assembly line fashion, which means that I'm gonna do all of one step and then all of the other step. So again, hook, compress, bead, bend, cut. So what I'm going for is I'm going to try and get all 10 of them to this state. Ooh, a series called You, about a stalker that gets himself into the life of a girl that he's into, which is what stalkers do. So, I feel like that's a streaming service thing. What streaming service is that on, and is it good? Sounds like a suspenseful thing. Sounds kind of freaky. Who's in it? Anybody well known, or Netflix? Got it. Yeah, okay, so creepily well acted is definitely not a selling point for me on shows, because I have such an active imagination. Like, no, nothing creepy. No, thank you. Like, yay for people who like creepy stuff. Like, awesome. I'm so incredibly glad that there are good creepy things out there for everybody who likes the creepy things. Like, good on you all. Like, I'm so glad that the market is providing you with adequate entertainment. For me, I'm like, nope, 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 nope. And that is where I stand on creepy things, which, since we're in like creepy spoopy season, it's like, nope. But yeah, no, like, yeah, no spoopy for me. Nope. I'm a big fat nope on the spoopy stuff. Yes. In fact, so nope is 100% my response to the creepy things. I love Halloween. I love dressing up. I love costumes. I don't do spoopy or creepy. I just don't. I can't. My brain, it's not that my brain can't handle it so much as my brain just loves the fodder, and then my brain loves to torture me with the spoopy fodder. And since, you know, I live alone with my crazy cat, that's, you know, just a recipe for fantastic nights of peaceful rest. But yay for, again, yay for good creepy shows for people who like them. Because everybody deserves good shows. Okay, so those of you out there, because there are a solid 18 of you out there, I see you all, even though not all of you are talking. I see you out there. So as a person who doesn't really do spoopy, I've been looking at Evil. Okay, trailers for Evil keep playing on my Paramount Plus because I am catching up on Star Trek Discovery. I like Supernatural. Supernatural's not too much for me, but Penny Dreadful was too much for me. So, does anybody have opinions on whether I should watch Evil or not? I'm interested in your opinions, internet people. Well, Heather says we're counting on you. I am definitely counting on your opinions as to whether or not I should watch Evil. For sure. Oh, sorry. And also my nose itches. I realized that was absolutely the most attractive thing I could have ever done on the internet was scratch my nose like that. Oh. And stuff and things. Okay, so now I've made all of these little pieces. Okay, I've got 10 of them. So now I'm going to take my round nose pliers and I'm going to start rolling them up. So I'm just going to grab the end of the wire with my pliers like so, and then I'm just going to roll it into a loop. Oh, whatever. I did not look cute scratching my nose. Yes, Kim, there's it's on, so I'm pretty sure the first season is on Netflix, and then no, that's what I want. And then the new season I think is on Paramount Plus, which again I just resubscribed to because I'm catching up on Star Trek Discovery. But yeah, there's a series called Evil. And I'm on the fence about whether I should watch this series or if it will just creep me the fuck out. Yes, I cursed before 9. If you have a drink, and I should stay away from it. My mother, interestingly enough, who doesn't really do spoopy, has watched the first season and liked it, but she is unsure about the second season. She is of the opinion that their switch to streaming only format is probably indicative of the fact that they're going to be more creepy, spooky, gory, etc. But anyway, if anybody has any opinions on the TV series Evil, I would love to hear them. Okay. Alright, so Heather liked it. Was it, like, good spoopy, or am I gonna, like, be creeped out and not be able to sleep spoopy?
I thought it was good.
I think you have a higher tolerance for spoopy than I do.
Were there episodes of Supernatural you won't watch again?
No.
Then you should be fine.
Okay. I love that Supernatural is the... Actually, I love that you and my mom are both using Supernatural as the metric here.
I think
It's great.
I mean, you know exactly how you feel about every episode of Supernatural.
It's true, because I have watched every episode of Supernatural multiple times. God, Grimm! I totally forgot about that. I haven't seen Grimm. But I need to. What streaming service is that on? I also need to go back and watch Once Upon a Time again, because I don't think I ever finished Once Upon a Time. Though I will say that that Once Upon a Time kind of lost me a bit when they put the Anna and Elsa in there. But anyway. you know, Disney and this, that, and the third. But yes, Grimm. I need to go watch that. Okay, so now I've got all of these. They are all looped. So now let's start to put this thing together. I'm going to grab my chain and cut myself 2 pieces that are about 6 inches long. Okay, so I'm going to do a 7-inch bracelet total. But this is a very long clasp. Okay, this clasp is a solid inch and change long. So for a 7-inch bracelet, 6 inches of chain is going to be more than enough. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the center of each piece of chain. Easiest way to do that is to take my 2 ends of chain. I love Robert Carlyle. Pretty much love him in everything. Okay, so I'm going to take my chain, I'm going to fold it in half, and okay, so this piece of chain doesn't have a single link center. It's got 2 links for the center, so that means that I gotta just subtract 1 link from that. There we go, and so now we have a center link, so I'm just going to take that and just mark it with a scrap piece of wire. And then I'm going to do the same with my other piece of chain. Well, it's got to be streaming on something. That is, I will say, like, that is, I get that capitalism is a thing, but it would be nice if there were just one streaming service for everything. It's so frustrating. Like, how many streaming service memberships do I need to have to see all the things I want to see? And then, like, of course, nobody wants to pay for all of those, you know, streaming service memberships. So then it's like, okay, whose password am I using for which thing that I want to watch? I did see a great meme, though, the other day, which said something to the effect of, streaming services should be, you know, glad we're just sharing passwords, because really, pirating isn't that difficult. So, cheers to the internet being not wrong. Okay, so now I need 11 beads to go with my 11 drops. And so I'm going to go ahead and grab out 11 beads from my little dish. And try not to fling them all over the place, but no promises, which is why I'm doing this off camera. 3, 4, 5. Nope, beads on the floor still. Oh well, you know, sometimes you just have to have beads on the floor. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and one more. Okay, one more makes 11. Okay. Hi, Amy. It's me overcommitted. That was one of Heather's theories for why you weren't here. It's okay. We miss you, but we understand. I mean, as far as overcommitting, like, we definitely understand. Oh, we'll be on the couch. Can I stream from the couch? Because that'd be cool. No, I'm supposed to finish this tutorial, you know, in the next 60 seconds. That's not going to happen, by the way. It's going to be a 7:15 end, which means it's going to be a 7:45 start for the sale. Hopefully by then the caffeine will have kicked in, and my motor will be running a little bit more quickly. So, I've got my 2 pieces of chain. I found the center of each. So I'm going to take my 24 gauge wire and I'm going to start the same way that I started my little dangle bits. I'm going to make my little J hook and I'm going to compress it closed. Like so. Now, I'm going to grab my chain and I'm going to go through the center link on one of my chains so I can get rid of my, oh goodness. So probably not. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get rid of that scrap wire. Make sure that you can still see what link is your center link, which is that one there. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to put my wire through there. I'm going to put a bead on there, and then I'm going to grab my other piece of chain and take my wire through there as well. So again, trim your wire off, your little marking wire, and then thread your actual wire through there. We're going to do a quick off-camera fix for something I just screwed up. Oh. Yeah, couch time sounds really good, Amy. Do some couching for Heather and I, okay? Because we are both tired and still have a couple of hours left in our work week. Which, I mean, at least we're down to a couple of hours, so there's that. But definitely tired pandas over here at the Beading Dreams. Okay, so here we go with this. So I've got my chain, like so. I'm going to squish my chain all the way up to my bead, and then I'm just going to bend that, again, at 90 degrees. Cut that at my 3/8 of an inch, and then roll that all the way up, like so, and then open that loop up, drop one of my little dangles on there, and close it up. So this is the beginning of our ladder bracelet. Like so. So now we're going to go for our next piece. So again, take our 24 gauge wire, roll our J on the top, compress it down, like so. Now we're going to go ahead and go a little ways away from this link. And remember, on a cable chain like this, the links are going to be perpendicular to each other, so we want to go for the links that are facing the same way. So that means this one, or this one are our choices. This one's too close, this one's too close. We're going to go with this one here. And we're going to put our wire down through that link. I'm going to put a bead on there. Then I'm going to find the corresponding link on the bottom chain. Which is, not that one, but that one. Go through that link. So, helps if you go through the right chain. That's the one I need. so now we should be starting to form, sorry, that was a lot of me thinking, and not a whole lot of me instructing, but we should be starting to form our ladder now. So then bend your wire at 90 degrees, trim, and roll. Like so, and then open and drop your little dangle bit on. Like so, and then make sure you close it up so that this chain is above the joining point of your loop. That's what really helps this kind of ladder look establish itself, is that the chain isn't actually in the loops, it's above the loops. So I'm going to go ahead and do a couple more of these, and I'm probably not going to get this whole bracelet done as far as adding the beads, so I'm going to do a few more of these, and then I'm going to show you all how to add the clasp. So for anybody who is wanting to hang out for a little while on the Beading Dreams stream, after this tutorial we are going to be back at probably 7:45 p.m. with a live merchandise sale. That sale is going to involve diamond pave charms plus some more of our new merchandise from the Denver Gem Show, so it should be a fun live merchandise sale tonight. And then we are of course dark on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and then we'll be back on Wednesday of next week with more fun tutorials and sales. Also next week is our Halloween Freeform Friday. That means that Heather and I are going to be making accessories for our Halloween costumes on stream for Freeform Friday. That's going to be loads of fun. And of course we have a Diamond Pave trunk show that's going to be on stream next week Saturday. So definitely lots of fun things upcoming on the Beading Dreams stream. And we of course have a Halloween costume stream that's going to be Saturday the 30th for a live sale stream, and our tutorial stream, because my costume is complicated enough that I'm going to get dressed in the morning and I will be in costume all day. So lots of fun spoopy shenanigans coming up on the Beading Dreams stream, or at least costumey shenanigans, since some of us don't do spoopy. Next week's going to be fun. We've got some cool tutorials for you, including a combination, a hybrid of a tutorial stream and a gemstone energy stream for a retrograde remedy, because Mercury of course is still in retrograde through the end of next week. So we've got some suggestions for you as to gemstones that can help mitigate the nastiness of the Mercury retrograde. So if you want to tune in for that's going to be Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. Central Time. So yeah, good times upcoming on the Beading Dreams stream next week, and of course good times upcoming on the Beading Dreams stream this evening. So once I've concluded this tutorial stream, which is going to conclude in about 10 minutes or so, we will be following this up with our Sips, Shopping, and Shenanigans stream. That's going to be a live merchandise sale on this stream. What the heck is going on here? And of course we do that every Wednesday and every Saturday at 7:30 or so p.m. Central Time, about 30 minutes after the end of the tutorial stream. So if we end at 7:15, that means our live sale stream is going to start around 7:45. We've got Diamond Pave charms for you this evening, plus some of our new merchandise from the Denver Gem Showcase. So it is, as usual, going to be a fun time on the Beading Dreams stream this evening. Okay, so I am working on my ladder. So what I've got is I'm just inserting my beads in between my two chains and then hanging my dangles from them. And so this is what you're just going to do until you have inserted all of your beads into your chain. So I'm going to do a couple more, and then we're going to go ahead and finish this bracelet up so that everyone can see how to attach it to the clasp. So again, we're going to roll around to make our loop. Compress that down. Grab your chains, and for me it's helpful to hold my two chains kind of like they're railroad tracks and see, alright, so this is the link that this is in, so it's not this one, it's not this one, it's this one. Then I'm going to go down through, I'm going to put on a bead. And then I'm going to go down through the next chain. Like so. Pull it all the way down. And then again, bend it at 90 degrees. Trim it off. Roll it into a loop. Can open that up, add your dangly bit, like so, and then close it. So again, you're going to continue this until you have added all of your dangles from your whole bracelet or for your whole bracelet. So you got your entire ladder constructed at this point. Now let's talk about how to put this onto the clasp. So a clasp, again, that has multiple attachment points is going to be better for you. So I've got this little guy here that's got my multiple attachment points, and then I have my jump rings. So when you're using jump rings, of course, you need to make sure to use a large enough jump ring. And by large, I mean a thick enough jump ring to hold whatever you're trying to hold. And you want to make sure that it is big enough that all of your parts can move freely. So when you're opening your jump rings, you're just going to grab next to the opening of the ring like so. Open it by twisting it. Then I'm going to grab my chain. I'm going to catch the last link of my chain in my ring like so. I'm going to grab my clasp. I'm going to catch my clasp in my ring also like so, and then I want to make sure that I close it up completely, and using 2 pairs of pliers, preferably 2 chain nose, but if you don't have 2 chain nose handy, you can use a round nose like I am, and you just want to close that jump ring up so there's no space visible, and that attaches one side of my bracelet to my clasp. Now I'm going to do the same thing on my second chain, the second leg of my ladder. So we are going to open, like so, attach to the chain, attach to the clasp. Honestly, it really doesn't matter to which one you attach first, as long as you ultimately attach to both, like so, and then close it up nice and tight. And then we're just going to repeat, ta-da, on the other side. So open, and then if your nails are not up to that, pliers are your friend. Grab the end link of your chain. So, and attach to your clasp, like so, close it up, and then last one. So again, when you're using jump rings, there's nothing wrong with jump rings. Jump rings, I feel like, get a bad reputation because people don't use them properly. But there's nothing wrong with jump rings as long as you're using ones that are sturdy and as long as you are making the effort to close them properly. Okay, that's one of the other things with jump rings that is oftentimes the problem is user error. All right, so you want to make sure you close them so that there's no space, and then they will be nice and secure and your pieces will not fall apart. So that is our abbreviated version of our ladder bracelet. So again, make your dangles first, then use your 24 gauge wire to thread your beads in between your two pieces of chain, attach your dangles to the bottom, and last but not least, attach securely with jump rings onto your clasp. So thank you all so much for hanging out with us on the Beading Dreams tutorial stream this Saturday evening. I'm rushing through it a little bit because we do have a live merchandise sale scheduled to start in just 30 minutes, and I need to figure out what I'm selling aside from diamond charms. So for anybody out there who doesn't know me, hey, I'm Allison from Beading Dreams in Dallas, Texas. Thanks, Amy. We are an actual brick and mortar retail bead store. We are here on Lover's Lane in Dallas, Texas, here to feed your need to bead Monday through Saturday from 1 p.m. until 6 p.m. If you're not local in Dallas, you can find us on this channel, twitch.tv. That was not a yarn. /Beading Dream 5 times a week with complimentary tutorials. We're here Wednesday through Saturday at 6 p.m. Central, plus Thursdays at noon and Wednesdays and Saturdays at 7:30 p.m. with live merchandise sales. So that being said, I'm going to go pull stuff for the live merchandise sale. We'll be back on this channel, twitch.tv /Beading Dream, in about half an hour, selling fun, shiny things. So grab your tools. Hold on. I'm going to drink more caffeine during the break. So, pour yourself a cocktail. Get comfy, get cozy, get ready for some bead retail therapy in the comfort of your living room, office, or wherever you are observing the Beading Dreams stream. So, thank you all so much for hanging out for the tutorial, and we will see you all shortly for the sale. Bye.